So I've just hit 20 wins, rank 1 in Foot Champs or Weekend League, and I'm going to show you my tactics today and show you exactly how I play in situations and explain in a deep dive. So let's go jump over to the team now. So here is the team. Obviously, you can imagine it's quite an expensive team, but if you're new to the channel, I do a lot of grinding, and we've basically got all of these first owner, as you can see, from grinding SBCs and much more. So in terms of what you have here, it doesn't really matter too much in terms of your team, what you have. It's all about making sure you have 33 out of 33 chem. I know people don't care about chemistry these days, but I find it very, very important. Now, going over to our custom tactics, we've got it set up on 2 situations. Time to upgrade your team. Head over to lootbar.gg, best and most reliable place to buy coins. Don't forget to use code NANIC for 8% off on all your orders. Once they have made their way through, the coins will be delivered within the next 24 hours, and you will be ready to improve any of your team. Like I said, the link will be down in the description and the comment section. Use code NANIC for 8% off and improve your team today. Here, I only ever use the defensive one. It doesn't matter what the name is, it means nothing. We just call it number 2. So defensive number 2, this is how it looks. So you want to have balanced, 45 whip, 71 depth, balance, direct passing, 50 width, and then we've got basically all the way up to the top here with only 2 left spaces and players in the box, 3 on corners, 2 on free kicks. Now if you find yourself being countered attack a lot by corners and free kicks, just knock this down by 1, so 2 and 1. But I'm quite aggressive how I play, so I don't need to worry about it as much. In terms of formations, you are looking at a 4-2-3-1, and it's really important if you're going to play this formation that you have at least 3 of these types of players. So as you can see, we've got ourselves the 2 DMs. They're like box-to-box, but very, very tall, get in the way a lot, and they compact that space. We've got our small, nimble cam or centre attacking midfielder to really dictate the game in terms of where he moves. And then we have got ourselves the caliber of 3 top strikers. Now, these strikers work for me because I like to play Rapid Plus. So they've all got Rapid Plus, all 3 of them. And then Bernardo Silva's got Incisive Plus. So Incisive Plus, which I'll show you again in a minute if you know what that is, it means through balls are absolutely broken. So basically, we win the ball, transition straight to Bernardo Silva, and then we do a through ball to any one of these 3 attackers with Rapid Plus. They are going to break through the lines every single time. Now, in terms of actual instructions, you want to have your striker on balance, getting behind, balance, and then stay forward, or default, depending on what you call it. But make sure it's getting behind and stay forward. Your left cam is going to be come back on defense, but get into the box for a cross. It's really important that you have that, because when you don't have the ball, he'll come back. When you do have the ball, he'll run as fast forward as he can. The exact same for our right cam. Come back on defense, get into the box for a cross. Then we have Bernardo Silva, who is our main playmaker. He's on default, or balance, but get into the box for a cross. So basically what that means is at all times we have these 3 players and the striker running into the box looking for a cross. So let's say your left back or your right back gets the ball, or your centre mid's got a space to cross. You've got 4 players in their box all the time. Now, your 2 CDMs, you're looking at cut, pass, and lane. Very important. Stay back while attacking and cover center. Extremely important to have those 3 because they're going to cut all the passing lanes like the title suggests, and they are not going to drift out wide. They are going to stay center. The exact same for your other CDM. Cut, pass, and lane. Stay back while attacking and cover center. Now, you can drag them manually forward. So let's say Hullet's a little bit more attacking than our Rodri. I would pass the ball to Hullet with one of our defenders, and then he would drive forward himself to have a 5 attack with Bernardo Silva, Mbappe, Omri, and Eusebio. And then Rodri would drop in between Saliba and company to make a 5 at the back and 5 in attack, essentially how it works. Now, your centre-backs are straightforward, standard, default. Depending on which one is more attacking for you and which one suits your style of play, you can have balance, and then the other side can be stay back while attacking, balance. Now, if you're one of these people that uses a whip pass, and I'll get to that in a second, you want to change that to stay forward or join the attack, as they call it, because it's going to give you an extra option. But he's on balance for me because I like to manually run him by pressing LB or L1. So going back to our formation again and our team. So as you can see here, when we get back to the squad when the game decides wants to work, Bernardo Silva's playing as a right wing, but when we swap to our formation straight away in game, he drops into that cam. Henry goes right, Sabio up front, and Mbappe to the left. Now, of course, Udogie isn't the best in terms of passing. He does have the Silva long pass and the Silva whip pass, which means he can cross. Sometimes I play against 5 at the back, and I really struggle to break people down. So the substitutions I make is I bring on another left back who's going to be quicker and a little bit smaller. So, for example, you can see here, Balde's got 97 pace. The reason being is we're then going to bring on Trent into this position here. And we're going to bring on our Okafor. Now, if you haven't done this card, I highly recommend you go do it. And he's going to drop in there. So if I go to show you my custom tactics now of how this works, and this is only when I play against 5 at the back, you can see Okafor's here, Trent's at the back, Balde is there. Now, the main reason I do this is because he's got whip pass, Trent. He's also very good defensively, which helps out Balde, who can recover for themselves. When he whips that ball, Okafor's got aerial and power header, which is absolutely fantastic for somebody of his height. Now, this only works if somebody gives you that space. So let's say you're playing and your left back or right back has got a lot of space and your opponent's not marking them, then that's where Trent comes into it, or someone else with whip pass. Let's say it's on the other side, you swap them over, you then go ahead and put in Trent into this role here. And what will happen then, if we go back to our custom tactics, you'll see that Trent is now playing on the right cam role and Okafor is going to be playing on that left for the exact same reason of the whip pass going over. Now, you want to utilize this only when you're in that situation, but 9 out of 10 times, the original tactic I showed you, players will work every single time. I use it in Rivals, I use it in Foot Champs, as you've seen. It's the main formation I use for reviews and much more, and it's just something I've become custom with. But like I say, it suits my style of play because I like to use Incisive Plus, which if you don't know what it is this play style here. Means his through balls are absolutely bang on perfect. Technical Plus is also really nice to open up space to drive through. And then all three of my strikers have got Rapid Plus. You can see here, Henry's got it, Eusebio's got it, and Mbappe's got it. Now, none of them have any decent scoring traits, power shot, finesse shot, Henry. So you can see there, we're still getting lots of goals because we are getting in behind and using that. If you find yourself getting a little bit bullied in defense, then what you need to do when you go back to your custom tactics, when I say bullied in defense, what I mean is to say your opponent's got you pinned in and you can't get out, you need to go to your formation and go to your, tactics here and drop down your depth a little bit more down into 62. Now, the reason that is your player will drop down a little bit more to give you some passes to pass around, but I keep it on 71 depth because you're right in the middle of the balance. They say they patched it, they never have. EA have lied. But that's going to be my 20-0 tactics. If you have any questions, comment down below and I'll try and get back to you about them. Let me know how you get one of them, if it improves your gameplay or not, and I will catch you in the next video.